What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning on the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Ra. His name's Fox. He's from the Dodd clan. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Poseidon. His name's Bubez. He's from the UCA clan, though he's not repping his tag. Shame on him. I'm just kidding. The map is Borderlands, and this is just a quick, friendly, best of three between these two players. The last time we saw these two players play, or the last time I saw these two players play in a 1v1 was back in the Bill Greg Open. And you remember how that one went? If you don't, I do implore you to go and watch that game because it was a cracker of a series. And some of the best games from the entire tournament for sure, without a doubt. Very, very close games indeed. And I just happened to be in the Voobly Lounge sitting with Bubez and Fox, and I'm just like, you know what? Why not? Let's just ask them. Let's see if they want to have a go at it. And they just said, yep, and we're in. And we're ready for some fun times. I'm excited. Let's go. Woo! All right. Borderlands, one of the special maps that's been added into the Voobly pool, on the Voobly standard map pool in the past couple of months. It's a little bit static because you get this middle wood spawn here every single time, and it does separate the two players in the middle. They both spawn incredibly close to each other. In fact, we might be able to get the town centers in the same screen. That's how close they are. And not only that, Bubez has started chopping the wood down, so he wants to mow through this wood at the start. That's kind of funny, but it's going to be a long time before all those trees are chopped down to make any sort of sneak attack. However, all that being said, there is a lot of sneaky shenanigans you could do here with Petropolis, given how close this is. I reckon engineered Petropolis, if they're about here, could probably hit that town center. Just as a little side note, so could the catapult hit back this town center about here, so maybe even a bit further back. That would be pretty crazy. Anyways, Ra versus Poseidon. It's a little bit interesting on this. Fox? Hello? Fox? Hello? Fox? For those of you playing at home who are unaware, hunt gathers faster than berries. In fact, hunt gathers faster than all food sources in the game. And if you have a hunt, you should hunt it in almost every single circumstance. Now, Fox may be saving this hunt for when he is a sad little boy later in the game, but I don't think that's what's going on here. I think he has some sort of not sure what's going on. Maybe he's having a strike and he's saying, you know what, veganism is the way. Veganism is the way forward. However, it's kind of looking like these only veganism to wild animals. If they are domesticated like the cow, then they are free reign. The cow is meant to be eaten. A walrus, on the other hand, he's just living his life. He's out in the wild, he's doing his thing, and he's just enjoying himself, you know? Why put an end to his life so that I can have a better life when I can just brutally murder with my shank the cow? Because if without the cow, or without the human, the cow would no longer exist because he is a pathetic wild creature, to be sure. And we do see Bubez hitting the classical edge through Hermes now. He's not afraid of some meat. He's no vegan. He's grabbing his second town center straight away, which does secure him these beautiful vegan berry bushes. Hopefully I haven't offended too many people right now, but you know what? It was all in jest, which makes it okay, right? Anyways, the cows are sort of spread out here. This still can get quite a few of these with the shifting sands. We do see Fox advancing through to the classic laser through Tar here. He has 5 villages on the lumber camp, lots of villages on Golden, maybe thinking about a second town center, but it's very Oh, it's actually not so risky here because the town center is fairly far away from Bubez's base. And not only that, he's also going for a second town center. So you can kind of jump off that yourself and see how you want to go. If we check out the resources for Fox, he does already have 600 gold in the bank. And he is going to be moving into his base here to do his thing. The centaurs here as well. That is preventing this lumber camp from being used, or this wood line, I should say. And the town center over here is gonna be very important, but Bubez does spot it. The centaur is immediately going to be coming over here, but he does have to be careful of Amenemnisu. Yes, of the pharaoh. He has to be careful of the pharaoh. The pharaoh needs to defend, and we are seeing the centaur is very smart. And he's running away from that and pretending like nothing ever happened. Now, one thing that I am always surprised in is the fact that Greek players can put an exceptional amount of pressure on early with just the heroes, just the two heroes in the free myth unit. Let's say here that Bubez advanced to 430, which he did. Bubez got a second town center, which he did. And Bubez had all of this hunt in his base, like he did. He could get out Theseus, Hippolyta, and have the center, and have villager production, and have this town center up, and have that on this town center by the time it was going up, forcing a shifting sands out of Fox to get that Hippolyta dead, and he would be in a very strong position here. But Bubez is going for that fast 3 town centers, which does change things very, very slightly, if not very, very largely. You want to be building slightly different to get that 3rd town center out that fast, and that's exactly what Bubez is doing in reaction to this 2 town center Ra play. Very, very intelligent play here from Bubez, and the farm's coming down, the rain's coming down. This is a really big farming boom from Fox, which is possibly why he didn't go for the walrus here, because he's farming so early. He may be going onto these walrus a little bit later, getting hunting dogs coming off the farms after the rain. He hasn't got it yet, but he will be able to advance to the heroic age fairly soon, maybe like 8:30 or 9 minutes here. With how many farms is that? 15 farms, 17 farms, 17 farms. That's bonkers. How many resources does he have? He doesn't have that much gold. See, this is kind of what I like to call over farming as Ra. When you build this many farms, if you want to advance fast, this is really boomy, but if you want to advance fast to the heroic age, you generally want to go to 12 farms-ish, because that's going to mean you have the gold to advance, as opposed to right now where Fox is like over food with less gold. But this build is going to give him the really, really big boom, a really big power spike here. He still has some cows here that he could be eating, which is a bit peculiar. And also the hunt over here. It's a little bit strange. I tell you, with Bubez going 3 town centers here, this is a perfect opportunity to do this build and then convert back onto the hunt, so that you are continuously getting far and far ahead on the food, because then you can just move back onto the farms after it's all gone. You're in a really good spot. But I feel like a lot of Ra players do underestimate how strong hunt is after the rain. So rain is faster. Rain farms are faster than hunt, but hunt is faster than any tier of farms without rain. So even flood control, hunting dogs, hunt is very, very fast. So it's always worthwhile to do that. We do see a nice snipe there from the Pharaoh. The spearmen are out. Wadjet turns around. Villagers getting pulled off the gold mine there, and they're going to be attempting to fire this one back. Nice micro from the Hippolyta onto the Wadjet, but the Wadjet gets instantly pulled back from Fox. A really nice micro. The villagers getting pulled off the line there. Hathor coming through. Migdol's stronghold going to be coming up as more reinforcements are coming in for Bubez. The Wadjet is going to get sniped there, but the Hippolyta goes down as well. It's completely worth it, because now the Patsuklos is out, and the real damage is going to be coming down for Fox, who is picking off every single one of these units. Those Hippocon are going to be going down very, very fast, as that Patsuklos does 55 damage an attack, I believe. It's one of the few units which is per attack and not per second. I could be wrong. I do get that wrong from time to time. Not sure. Apparently Ragnarok's in the chat is saying farms are better than hunt. No walk time, you can get irrigation ASAP. Really? Has he got irrigation? He doesn't have irrigation. Also, You don't have walk time if you have good macro. Just saying. There's the Locust. Fairly decent Locust gonna get. Oh, he only gets 3 villages there, including, or 3 villages there. Not even 3 from the Locust. That's super unfortunate. And Bubez has got some good villages spread out. But now the Rock's going to be running around doing a lot of damage. But Hippolyta will be coming out instantly. The Rock is returning back and he realizes he needs to fight this army here. And we'll see the Spearmen getting away from there, no problem. Going a couple of camels, a couple of chariot archers, villagers moving forward, going to be trying to grab this town center. And this one looks like it's going to be going late here. I've got a feeling that Fox has positioned himself pretty well here to defend whatever Bubez is going to be doing. But Bubez has been 3 town centers for quite a while, so he will have a very strong Mythic Age power spike. And that's basically going to be the big part of this game, is going to be whether or not Bubez can abuse that or not. And we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Meanwhile, Fox is getting his 3rd town center. His upgrades are looking like hand axe, pickaxe, and plow compared to Bubez, who has got no plow because no farms, but he does the same upgrades. And he is just pumping away, going through Aphrodite at 11 minutes, 25 seconds in the game. Going to be again there very soon. Throwing away some units, unfortunately. One of the most important things about these 3 town center booms is that you don't want to throw units away because your economy is so strong. There is no possible way for your opponent to chase you to the Mythic Age. So they're going to be at least a minute behind, if not a minute, if not 2 minutes behind, because of how much extra resources you have. Every unit you're throwing away is making that time closer to even. So that's just something you have to think about. Make sure you're making good trades all the time. And here we go. A siege works coming up now for Fox. We'll see if he can make anything happen here. I love these walls already up. This is a perfect corner here for Fox, but I would have preferred to see the walls over this way if he possibly could have. But this is definitely a little bit safer. We do see already Bubez throwing up stables on this side. Do we see an instant market here from Bubez? I don't see it just yet. No, and there is the market. So Bubez definitely going to be racing for that Mythic Age. And I don't think we've got a marker. Oh, there's the market for Fox. So Fox is at 600, 382, 145, 145. Bubez, on the other hand, very close to the Mythic Age indeed. It's going to actually, I don't think it's going to be that different in terms of the advance time. So long as Fox is up this, yeah, Fox has done that. Did you see huge shifting sands here for Bubez, for Fox, but the villagers just get away with their lives there, no problems. The army from Bubez now going to be chasing this one down. This could be pretty devastating right now for Fox because his army is out of position. There's walls over here which need to get picked off, and we do see that that's exactly what Fox is doing with those villagers, going after the walls there, so he can either come in and throw down a forward Migdol or something else. You see the curse coming in there for Bubez, and now Fox is going to have to get away. We see Atlanta coming out there, Hephaestus coming through. Fox, on the other hand, still pumping villages, but he's going through Osiris, and he's going to get Osiris first here. This is ridiculous. Ridiculously surprising. I guess that's just the economy that Ra gets from that extra rain, and also potentially a little bit less resources invested into his army compared to Bubez, but who knows? And the Migdol stronghold is up. And the granary? Oh, he's just depositing whatever food was in there. That's cute. And then onto the mining camp. All right. Pharaoh's a little bit damaged. So this could be a little bit of a weak Son of Osiris fortress coming out for Bubez. So this is a little bit like Fox needs to hit this timing pretty hard, because once Hephaestus comes in, he is going to be having to catch up quite significantly on the armory text, because what's the upgrade? Let's do some quick math here. Here it is. Forge of Olympus is negative 75% armor cost. Then we have something like I want to say I don't know. I don't know how much the technology saves. I want to say it's at least 3,000 resources that Forge of Olympus saves if you've got no upgrades just yet, which Bubez does not. Someone can work that one out for me if they want, but we will see. We will see what happens. But it's a big catch up right now for Fox. And do we see him throwing down some extra armories or not? No armories, no armor upgrades. Siege Workshop coming down. One way you can sort of prolong the inevitable of your opponent's army being stronger than you is upgrading your units. But that doesn't seem like it's going to be happening here. So I don't think Fox has quite got the economy to do all too much here. And you don't think he can even push in this because the champion Hippocon is already in for Bubez. And if we check out the armories here, we've got bronze weapons coming through, bronze mail coming through, and fully copied up units there as well. And he's just waiting his time until he has iron, and then he's just going to go here. I love that he's already thrown down military academies because sometimes you do need to transition a little bit into those units. I don't know what they're called, the hoplite, or even some Hephaspis to deal with spearmen. But we'll see. We've got the Son of Osiris here, another siege works coming up, and Bubez is sort of strangling Fox on this top side. I've already got a siege works over here, but Fox will have to work out a way to defend against this, because if this wall falls, which it will fall because there's already a champion Hippocon on it, it's going to be a thing. There's the Colossus. The mummy does use his special, but I don't think it went off there, so he can still one-hit that Colossus. And even if he doesn't, it's 20-second recharge time. And we do see the mummy already clicked onto the Colossus. That will be a dead Colossus there as the Polyphemus is coming through. The Chariot Archer is going to be retreating here, and we do have bronze already in, and I think iron is on the way at 50% each for all of them. Really nice play here from Bubez. Hitting this timing is going to be key. And we'll see if Fox can hold on here. There's no watchtowers with crenellations here, so this is going to be a difficult one for him to hold on to. We do see the Toxotes in the back trying to snipe the Son of Osiris. Nice micro from Fox to pull that one back there. More mercenary cavalry from the town center of Fox coming in to defend here, but this Migdol stronghold will be going down. We see 139 population for Bubez, so 160 population of Fox, so incredibly good defense there. And we do see copper weapons or copper armor has completed for Fox, and I do think that he's got all the armory. No, he's only got one armory up, so he's just getting those very slowly now. Atlanta here going to be helping to pick off the mercenary cavalry. One important thing that Poseidon has to do to push through Ra here is to definitely get those towers up when the mercenary are pumping in, to also assist those Heliopoli, and then transition into pure archers. Once the towers are there, you transition to pure archers and catapult. And there is very little the Egyptian player can do to stop you from pushing. You do have to do it correctly, otherwise you're not going to get that push happening. But at this point, it's looking like Bubez doesn't even care. He's just got all these Heliopoli doing so much damage. The villagers sort of need to come off this gold mine and help out by picking these off. We see the Son of Osiris doing a lot of damage in the back. He does do ranged hack damage, so these Heliopolis take the full brunt of that 60 hack damage per second of those attacks. It's a really nice play there from Fox to recognize that Son of Osiris is a good tool to be picking off those Heliopoli. And we see even more walls coming up over here for Bubez, taking it nice and slowly. We do see stone gates has come through, and those champion cavalry have desert wind. So these are like double champion cavalry, you know? Champion cavalry. That's what they should be called when you get desert wind, because 20% on the HP and the attack damage, plus a little bit extra with the movement speed, is equal. Actually, no, cavalry, I got it wrong. Turns out champion cavalry gives cavalry 20% as well, so it's only just like, it kind of is 2 champion cavalries. I'll stick with it. I'll stick with 2 champion cavalries. And now Fox is held on here. This timing that Bubez was trying to hit with his armory upgrades here is coming in a little bit ineffective, as Fox has managed to defend with the assistance of that Son of Osiris, and he's still looking very, very healthy. The Heliopolis didn't have engineers either, so they're not quite as strong as they should be. Now Fox is going to be throwing up those watchtowers and holding on to this position as best as he can. Fox, which are going to be surrounding some of these Heliopolis as well, or this Heliopolis as well. And those hoplite are going to be getting picked off very, very fast. I'm not sure why Bubez transitioned away from Hippocon this early. They are definitely the right choice in this situation. Maybe even Prodromus would be the right choice here in order to continue fighting, especially in the sort of late mid game. You definitely want to transition to the hoplites a little bit later, but not just yet. It is a bit difficult to maintain them when they've only got medium hoplites. Upgrades for Fox now are at bronze, so he's almost caught up. He's making iron mail as well. And nicely played here from Fox, just taking it slow. And Bubez is crumbling a little bit, but the hoplites are pushed through here. We've got some Colossus over here and a Hippolyta. I love this from Bubez. This is incredibly smart. We're gonna have to see some sort of pick off of these Hippolyta, otherwise the Colossus will get we'll be able to survive here basically. But we do see the fortified town center is going to be taking down the Hippolyta. No mummy popping out right now, sitting at 99%, and now some archery ranges coming in onto the top here. Meanwhile, Fox is going to try and push through here. He's making some catapult, but there's already so many buildings here, and one of the biggest advantages of Poseidon is their slowdown of the pushing power. And the mummy coming in to pick off one of the Colossus. So Poseidon is really good at defending, arguably better at defending than Hades is because of militia. So these catapult will just die to the militia that pop out. So you have to replace them, and the buildings get replaced as is pushing through them. The Son of Osiris is coming over here. I think the mummy is still alive, trying to snipe that Colossus, and no more Colossus coming over here. The Colossus does die, and the Son of Osiris is here to help out, picking off the champion Prodromus. But more buildings coming up into the front here. I'm surprised we didn't see any weapons of the Titan Hetyroi here, because those are some strong units to hit the back of this town center. We do have sun-dried mud brick as well as fortified town centers and masons at this point. So these are some difficult to kill town centers, and Fox is going to be in a good position now. He's actually thrown up these watchtowers. The market is set up in a really nice position here. We do see some cheeky villagers trying to chop through this. This is some uber late game strats here. Hopefully Fox throws up a watchtower here would be the way to prevent that, but it's obviously going to be a bit of a time for him to work that one out. Now the mummy's still over here defending this one. We see some towers coming up as well. I love that. You got to set up the towers against Poseidon here. Unfortunately, on your town centers, every single one you need to put up at least three watchtowers, because once the Hetyroi come in, they just take forever to kill with any sort of defense that you have. And if you throw up the watchtowers and the ballista towers, the guard towers at this point, we get some ballista towers, they will help defend that town center, so you can repair it while the Hetyroi are getting sniped by crenellation ballista towers. Very, very important. We do see Fox already doing that. But while this is all going on, Fox is sort of losing his footing in this part of the map. And the Petropolis are in the back here now, sieging away. We still haven't seen any sort of watchtower spam in the back here from Bubez, which is a little bit disappointing because it is this next transition here. However, all of this pushing from Bubez means he will be able to siege this town center here with Petropolis, with engineered Petropolis, and I don't know that Fox is going to have an answer to this. He didn't throw up any towers here. He's going to have to work that out at some point. Do we have... We do have signal flares, so we can see that this is here. I think the line of sight is on this. But meanwhile, this push is still going in over here. Some villages are forward. And I think Fox is kind of happy here. He's happy in this position. We can see an Atlantis over here as well. But Fortress coming in, and Bubez is sort of strangling Fox up the top. And then if Bubez can realize that this is a disgusting point of attack right now, he may be able to start sieging the hometown center as well as this back town center here. And once this second fortress is up, this location here is going to need some real attention. We do see a Silver Colossus is over here. This mummy over here needs to come over and help out. But the Silver Colossus going after some houses here is going to be very, very key. I love the house raids with the Colossus. The Son of Osiris over here trying to pick off these Heliopoli, but 650 HP. They do a lot of damage as well with that engine. Here's an extra 4.3 crush damage plus the 1.3 pierce damage. A nice micro yet again from Fox to keep that Son of Osiris going, but the Colossus taking down this location here. We do see another the houses coming up, and there is the fortress coming down in the front. Temple trying to come down here as well to get more Colossus streaming in, but he does have a temple over here, which is perfectly fine to stream those in. And once this fortress is up, we do see some guard towers coming up now for Fox. Very panicky there, but the wall's now coming up over here. Going to allow him to do a little bit of pushing himself, but he's so distracted over here. He's spamming mercenaries out, trying to defend this back location, but I'm not seeing any real land being secured for Fox, and this is all just going to be land for Bubez, and he's going to come in here as well if he can and just take every single little bit that he can. And I see no siege workshop over here. Remember, like we discussed before, militia popping out of these buildings here. It's going to make it really hard for Fox to get this land back. Meanwhile, we see the Hippogons pushing forward, killing off that catapult. And even though Fox is in arguably a good position here, he's got a really good economy. He's got a lot of really good trades. So he's super far ahead on the resources. You can see he's got 2,000 gold in the bank. And Bubez here is really low on the resources, but he's still kind of max population. So he's not like over economized for what he's doing, and he's trading. He's not exactly trading efficiently, but he's trading in a way that's giving him a very big advantage here, a very big possibility of controlling this game. We just see Heliopoli coming out of that fortress, going to be making their way onto this location. I'm still surprised there wasn't just a wall here. One wall, fortified, like stone walls or fortified walls there. And then the Petropoli just siege here. He's got engineers, so they've got the extra range. But Fox is going to be losing this Migdol stronghold in. And we do see some archery range just coming in on this location as well, as Bubez doesn't even care what he's throwing down at this point. He's just trying to push in. And now we've got walls coming up over here as well. That's going to be incredibly key right now for Bubez to take this town center down. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do that one. Heliopoli coming in onto this guard tower as well, doing some ridiculous work onto this location. Polyphemus coming in as well. Bubez needs to throw down some towers here just to pick off these mercenary cavalry, because that would be, I mean, they will die anyways, but it's important to get those towers up as well. But it's looking like he's just playing a different game. He's got honor. He has honor. If you get those towers up, where's the honor? He still hasn't even upgraded them to watchtowers. Polyphemus comes in and just bashes down those towers, and now he's role playing as a Colossus right now as he's trying to bash down the town center all by himself. The town center will be defending against that one. Meanwhile, we've got Petropolis coming out of the fortress, going to be trying to siege down the town center. All of these champion chariots are already over here. Mummy chilling in the back, just in case some Colossus come in here. Meanwhile, more Heliopoli are coming in onto this Migdol stronghold that was picked off before, but it's got rebuilt, ready to get picked off again. Polyphemus is half HP'd this fortified town center in the middle of the map here, and that's absolutely huge. I honestly reckon the only possible way, and I hate to say it, for Fox to win this game, and I think it would be possible for him to do so, I don't actually know if he can defend this though, but would be to just chuck up a wonder in this corner over here. But it's looking like we have so many Petropolits onto this town center at this current time, and these champion chariots are trying to do something. They need burning pitch. Helps them out a ton against the Petropolis to snipe them from far. We do see stone walls has come in right now. Heliopoli picking up even more of these towers as Fox is trying to defend this as best as he can. And now Toxotes are on the trade route. Heliopoli coming in to pick off these guard towers as well. Villagers need to come over and pick these guys off to help him out. We see the hoplite coming over here in order to try and pick off the priest as well, which is going to slow down Fox's gold income. The priest will win that fight after possibly getting picked off by the Toxotes over here. And now we do see a a catapult out, and the wall is being picked off, which is going to slow down this push here. But some militia going to be coming in as well to help out. Now villagers coming out to try and join this party, and we do see Bubez throwing up his first watchtower here, and then he's going to be throwing up even more over on this location here. But the tower's coming up. If he can secure this trade route, or if Bubez prevents this trade route from happening, there are still some gold, or this I should say there is still some gold on the map. So it's not going to be the end of the game for Fox. He will have to reproduce those villages, come over here and like change his game plan a little bit. And we'll see if he's able to do that or not. He can also just move the market to this corner and then move the trade over to here. There's no problem with that. That's going to be totally fine. We have not seen that one just yet. The market is here as well. So even if he loses this market, it's going to be totally fine. And now Fox has managed to defend over here. If we check out Bubez's population, still at 155 of 155 population. And I love what he's doing here. Most people play this late game with auto queuing. It's looking like Bubez is really not doing that at all. Maybe on some things, but he knows where he wants to apply pressure, and he's just manually doing it in the late game. And we have a Thomas Shelby message. Apparently the maths is the cost with is 6,500 for all of the armory upgrades on, and then with Forge Olympus it goes down to 2,600. So you say 3,900 resources, which is gigantic. And there you go. That is why Vastus is so good. And now got Heliopolis in onto this location here. More watchtowers coming up, walls coming up over here as well. Oh, I love this positioning here from Bubez as the fortress coming in. It's going to be even more Petropolis to siege away at Fox's town center, but mercenaries just coming out from everywhere as Fox is trying his darndest to stay alive. And we finally have Heavy Hoplite coming in, and those are going to help pick off those mercenary cavalry as well. But looking like Fox is able to defend this, but I'm not sure for how long. We've even got Colossus now in here as this fortified town center is getting completely decimated. Heliopolis moving forward as well. There's just not a lot he can do to stop this, but there is a catapult here now which will prevent this pressure here. But Petropolis coming in to pick off these baluster tower as well, and even throwing down some more buildings in this location. There is a catapult here though. The Son of Vistara is still chilling, and we'll see what he can do. And now the Silver Colossus is just absolutely tearing this down. There's no mummies here. Fox has got 100 favors, so he could be building those mummies, but he's just not. And this town center is getting super close to be going down. It's at 200 HP. If it goes down, I'm not sure that Fox is going to have the population to be able to get it back up, but the camels have made their way in here. Son of Osiris in the back, going to be trying to help out. He has to deal with this. He's going to have to deal with this in order to get the town center back up. And meanwhile, Bubez is going to instantly change his port of call back over onto this trade or onto this town center, one of the two. And now we've got units coming in. Remember, Bubez still has ceasefire here, and he's going to be going for the town center, and he's going to cast ceasefire, but he's only got, oh, there's more villagers coming in, and he will be able to get this town center up, and that is going to be absolutely gigantic. So the correct and best response now for Fox is going to be wall here, wall here, wall here, and just make this a location right here is going to be the spot where he needs to siege and take down this settlement. And delete some of these cavalry here, delete some of these champion archers, and just get 5 catapults to instantly take down this town center, because you cannot leave Bubez at 180 population. And we do see some cavalry over here for Fox as well. And be helping out, but the walls are on the wrong side of the map. You need to put them over here and get the catapult out. And now we've even got more buildings coming down into this location. Baluster tower trying to get up. And we do see that Bubez is just making his way through this location here, and he is sitting at 179 population currently, and a lot of units here for Fox, but it's going to be a difficult time for him to take this town center down, the Petropolis. I mean, he's actually taking down quite fast. There's no masons or architects here for Bubez, and Fox is getting this tower up. Do we see any ability? There's masons coming up right now, and Fox taps out. GG, well played by Bubez. What a game! What an absolute game from Bubez, just all over the map, doing some crazy military building spam just everywhere. If we check out the post game quickly, this is the big difference here. Fox is just up so far on the units killed, units lost, but it doesn't matter because the resources is so far in favor of Bubez, because not only does he have 111 civ unit count here, he's also got plenty volt, so he's technically sitting at 121 civilian units in terms of effective resources. We check out the civ unit count. He did kill a couple of them, but he's still sitting at 100 here in the end of the game, just completely suiciding units to keep the pressure up. What an insane strategy, and just really well played. We'll move on to game number 2 shortly. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and a big special thanks to these players for playing these games, and we'll get that next game going very shortly.